Hi there, Stanley. It's been about a week since you've left, maybe a little bit less, and I just realized something. Oh, we never got around to reading the second book that we checked out called Max's Math. So I figured I better read it before I go away on a vacation. So let's read Max's Math and see what Max's Math is all about. Oh, Max had a problem. He was building a car, but he had only 2 wheels. He needed 4. 2 plus what number makes 4? Max went off to look for some wheels. He found one in the basement. He found another in the garage. Now he had 4 wheels. 2 plus 2 equals 4, and he could finish building the car. Oh, boy. There goes a jet over our house, too. Max started the car. "Where are you going?" asked Max's brother Ben. "To look for problems," said Max. "Why would anybody go looking for problems?" asked Carl, Max's other brother. "Because it's fun," said Max. "Can we come?" asked Carl. "Sure," said Max. Carl and Ben climbed into the car and off drove Max. I always have trouble with at least one page. And there they are, driving around looking for problems. He cruised down the highway past 10 vehicles, 2 buses, 3 trucks, and 5 motorcycles. So you count them all, 2 buses, 3 trucks, and 5 motorcycles. And there they are in Max's car. And he's on highway number 4. The road began to curve sharply. "Stop!" cried Carl. "What's that?" Max pulled over. An enormous number lay on the grass. "It's a 6, said Ben. "Or 9, asked Carl. "It's a mystery," said Max. "We better take it with us," said Ben. So Max exited the highway. To the left was Shapeville. To the right was Counttown. "May I help you?" asked a traffic officer. "We're looking for problems," said Max. "There are plenty in either direction," said the officer. Oh, look at that. Max turned left and headed toward Shapeville. The town was littered with triangles, circles, ovals, and other shapes of all sizes. "We're looking for the town square," said Max to the mayor. "You won't find it," said the mayor. "A storm passed through this morning and swept away all the squares. We don't have any left." No town square. What's Max going to do? "No squares," said Max. He parked the car. Then he found 2 triangles in the rubble and put them together to make a square. "Why, that's extraordinary," cried the mayor. Soon all the townspeople were piecing together shapes. You can do that too, Stanley. You can piece together shapes like you got here at Grandpa's house. Ben and Carl joined them. Ben made a sign. Carl made a kite. Look at that. They're making all kinds of things out of those triangles, aren't they? Wow. But suddenly the kite began to rise, and Carl went with it. Max grabbed Carl's leg and followed. Ben grabbed Max, and soon they were floating above ground. They passed 5 clouds, 3 birds, and 1 airplane. Then they drifted higher. Look at them, up in the air with the bird. Kite. Oh, my. Come on, book. Turn your page. Oh, look at that. They're up in the stars. "How are we going to get down?" asked Carl. "Dot to dot," said Max. He connected the stars, and in no time they were flying toward Shapeville on a star horse. That's really cool. "Watch out," cried Ben, but it was too late. They crashed through a clothesline, scattering socks in all directions. "Oh dear, my socks!" cried a young man. "Who will help me sort them?" "We will," said Max. Max and his brothers sorted the socks into pairs and hung them back on the clothesline. This is a nice little story, isn't it, Stanley? It's too bad we didn't get to read this book together. The young man chose a fancy pair and put them on, and just in time. The citizens of Shapeville had lined up and were marching out of town. "Where's everyone going?" asked Max. "To Count Town," said the mayor. "They're launching... let's get this. They're launching a rocket today." "I'd love to see that," said Ben. "Me too," said Carl. So Max and his brothers hopped into the car and followed the crowd. They're going to Count Town. But all was not well in Count Town. Numbers were dashing here, there, and everywhere. "What's going on?" asked Max. "We have a problem," whispered someone. "A couple of numbers went missing during a game of hide and seek. We can't find number 0. Max and his brothers set off to look for the 0. They jumped onto a bench. Carl spied a bird's nest with eggs. Among them was the 0. "Here it is," cried Carl. "Oh, that's nothing," said the bird. "Let it be." "It's not nothing. It's a 0. And without it, there wouldn't be a 10. Or 100, said Ben. "Or a rocket launch," said Max. "Come on." Max gave the 0 a push, and it rolled out of the nest and got in line next to the number 1. "We're ready for the countdown," said the mayor as everyone gathered at the launching site. A large rocket was poised skyward. 10, 9, 8, 7, shouted the mayor, but suddenly he stopped. "Where is the 6? He cried. "Hasn't anyone found it yet?" Max opened the back of the car and took out the number 6. "Here it is," he said. "It was hiding in the grass on the side of the road." "Allow me to thank you," said the mayor. He awarded Max and his brothers a golden ruler. The countdown continued. 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. "Lift off!" exclaimed the mayor. And there goes the rocket ship. Afterward, there was a celebration, and Max and his brothers were invited. The people of Shapeville provided the cake, and the people of Count Town brought the ice cream. Cake and ice cream, huh? Just like we had. When the party was over, Max and his brothers drove home. It was 9 o'clock. "Bedtime," said Max. "We're not tired," said Carl. "How can we sleep?" said Ben. "I know," said Max, climbing into his bed, and he counted sheep to fall asleep. Because that's what some people do when they go to sleep. They have troubles going to sleep, they count sheep. And that's the end of the story. See? Now, that's a good little story, wasn't it, Stanley? I really liked that. That was great. So you have a good time, and I'll do another book when we come back from our little trip. Bye.